It's cold, but we're down here to find the best gimbal and yaw settings for the DJI Mini 2. So let's get airborne. This is a question that I get all the time. Which is the best gimbal settings that you can get for the DJI Mini 2? DJI took it a step even further with the DJI Mini 2, where they allowed us, apart from slowing down the gimbal settings, that we can also slow down the yaw settings of the drone when it's turning around its own axis. So you can see if I do it like this now, I put it in sport mode, you see when I turn it and let go of the sticks, it's very, very abrupt. So we'll be able to set that part as well. This is what we're going to do here next. One thing that I do want to point out that DJI has implemented that is pretty smart is that they have given us a set of gimbal and yaw parameters for each flight mode. So depending on if you're setting it in cine smooth or in normal or in sport mode, you can have different kind of parameters or different set of parameters. Parameters, somebody pointed that out, that it's called parameters. Okay, and not parameters. So now that is set. Okay. So let's just jump in here under the three dots in the upper right corner here. So you can see here there's a section for the normal mode, there's a section for the cine smooth mode, and for the sport mode. All of them contains a pitch speed, pitch smoothness, it has a yaw speed, and it has a yaw smoothness. Let's just see what each of those does. And right now we're just working with the cine smooth settings that we will slow down to the slowest possible settings that will ensure that you can capture cinematic footage. You will say if I put up the pitch speed to the maximum, you will see what happens here if I turn the wheel here now. You see it will go up and down very fast, and that is as far as you can get from the cinematic settings, that's for sure. So let's just jump back in here. Let's keep that up there. If I take down the smoothness down to 0, then you will see that now it's completely, that it stops immediately when I let go of the sticks. And this is not what we want to do. What we want to do is we want to have a slow motion and we want to have the gimbal stop as soft as possible. So if we go in here and we pull up the pitch smoothness to the maximum, I kind of figured out that this is the best setting for that. And we take down the pitch speed to around 10. Then we will have a really, really good combination between the speed and how it lands. So you can see now if I pull down the stick here and let go, I see that it lands very softly when I let go of the stick. So my recommendation for the gimbal settings in this case for the DJI Mini 2 would be for the pitch speed is 10 and for the pitch smoothness that is 30. Then we have the yaw speed. If I put that up to the maximum, like here, you can see now, it's turning very, very fast now. That is way too much for us to use here. So again, we got to do the same exercise here. We got to take the yaw speed down to the lowest possible setting, and we're gonna boost up the smoothness so we get it to stop very softly. And from my experience, 5 and 80, that's a good compromise. So see what happens now. If I turn it here, it goes very, very slow, very slow. And when I let it go, it simply stops very soft. One thing that you will normally see with panning motions is that they are not looking very nice. They are often, even though you try to do it slow, they are way, way, way too fast. That's why my recommendation would be that you put the yaw speed down to the lowest possible and make sure to add the smoothness so it stops very soft. When I let go of the stick, see, now it lands very softly. With that set of parameters, you are capable of doing a lot of stuff here. So let's just try and bring down the drone. You need to hurry a little bit because the sun is kind of setting soon. To put it into position here. So let's just try and do one of these nice reveal shots. We can use the bridge over here, so like that. And then switch it into cine mode. So I simply go back now, and then I straighten up the gimbal. Just let go of the stick. You see how soft that was? Then I can use the yaw motion if I want to fly. Let's say I want to fly this direction. I can simply just pull the stick to the left. And I don't need to worry about that it goes too fast because we reduce the motion onto the settings. So that looks very, very nice, and I can just let go of the stick at any time. And I don't need to worry about getting these really abrupt cut-offs or stops in the video. What do you think about the DJI Mini 2 so far? Let me know in the comment below. So let's just for the sake of it do a nice reveal shot here. So this is my outdoor studio. What is it with me and waving? So in this way we will do a nice reveal shot of me here on the porch. Or not me, but we will do it on the plot where we are. So let's say that we want to start the recording like this. Then simply move backwards while I'm tilting up the gimbal. So, and I'm freezing my butt off here now. So like that. That's a nice, decent reveal shot. Slowing down the yaw motion also helps you tremendously when you're doing this manual point of interest. And what I'm filming here right now is where my father and mother used to live. Right now it's just my father because as some of you might know, I lost my mother in August to cancer. And so he is living here all by himself. So I spent a lot of time down here to keep him company. This plot of land, that's a lot of work for a guy. He's 83 years old, but he's still strong and healthy. But it's still a lot of ground to cover for a guy in his age. So, and I enjoy spending time with him. He's a very funny guy. So let's just use what we learned. I'm flying forward here and I'm yawing a little bit while I'm tilting down the gimbal. And I can do this very, very soft because we have slowed down the parameters. And you can do what I did, at least that would be my recommendation. You can do like I've done. I've used the slow settings for the CineSmooth. And then you can maybe add in a different set of parameters for the normal mode. But I would highly recommend that you keep the fast settings for the sport mode, because no one is really filming in sport mode. That doesn't make sense. It's way too rough if you do that. So let's just do one more of these nice point of interests. And you know, this technique is pretty simple. When you're gonna move around something like this, you move the left stick to the right and the right stick to the left. And you simply just keep it. I hope it's not me that they are aiming for. So this is not the golden hour, this is the blue hour. You can see that everything is turning more or less blue. The color scheme is more or less blue. Whoa, birds. Okay, let's just summarize here before we land the drone here. So the parameters that I would recommend is pitch speed is around 10, pitch smoothness around 30. The yaw speed, you should pull that all the way down to 5, and the yaw smoothness, you can boost that up to 80. Those will give you the possibility to create some really cinematic shots without having to worry too much about your footage being interrupted. See, I can do a nice one here. This is a combination of both movements. Yeah. Man, I'm freezing now. Okay, let's get the drone back in here. And for that purpose, you need to switch it into a normal flight mode where the controls or the yaws are reacting normally. Back safe on the ground. In case you're wondering what face camera it is that I'm using for recording this video, this is my newly purchased Sony ZV-1. That is a complete powerhouse that's very compact, offers a decent zoom range equivalent to 24 to 70 millimeters. It has a flip screen that will help me frame the shot when I'm shooting videos for you guys. And it also has a video. Of course it has a video. It can shoot 4K, and it also has decent audio that comes with a wind muff that will help me film in windy situations like this. It's not overly windy, but it's still windy. In case you want to know more about the Sony ZV-1, then let me know in the comment below. Then I will do a complete separate review of that camera. It's really a good choice if you are planning to start out on YouTube and you have to pick out one single camera to bring along. That would be a really good choice. In case you just want to pick one up, then you can simply access that through a link in the description below. I'm really happy I got this camera that will offer a lot of flexibility when I'm on the road recording videos for you guys. Are you all crazy about the DJI Mini 2 and simply can't get enough? Then I made a video with 21 reasons for you to buy it, and additionally 11 reasons why you shouldn't buy it. In case you want to access these videos, you can do that through these cards. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then feel free to give it a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to press the dislike button twice. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you around.